HANMEDITATIONS.
Now, there's another way. If you say all this to a bhakta, a devotee, who loves Krishna, for example, or God in some form, still the mind, and the mind is creating all these distortions, they'll be very uncomfortable. They will say, why still the mind? The mind has been given by God. Yes, still all worldly thoughts, shun all worldly thoughts, but replace it. I will think about my beloved Krishna. I am in love with God. You're telling me not to think about my beloved. Why should I do that? I will think more and more about my beloved. I will think only of my beloved Krishna. I will think only of Vrindavan and the service to Krishna, and so all of that, full of thoughts of God. And that is spiritual practice. So the bhakti model is different from this yogic model. Yogic model says, stop, don't think. And I'm just recalling this monk, his meditation instructions. They're like any drill instructor in a parade ground. He said, hilo mat, don't move. That's it. Bolo mat, don't speak. Then socho mat, don't think. But for the devotee, I will move around. Why won't I move? I'll sing and dance. I will dance in the name of Krishna. And don't speak. No, why will I not speak? I will take the name of Krishna. I'll do Hare Ram, Hare Krishna. Huh? And don't think. No, I will think. I will think thoughts of prayer and love for Krishna. Why not? So that's the different model. That's also correct. But you must not impose this model on that model or that model on this model. They are two different models. That will also get you to the reality. There's a third model, which is what Advaita Vedanta is. Advaita Vedanta says if the whole problem is ignorance, then we should be introduced to knowledge. So without even stilling the mind or without even conceiving of, like Vivekananda said, this Brahman, if you see it from the outside, it is God. Then you have to set up a relationship of love. But if you see it from the inside, I am that Brahman. Inquiry, Vedantic inquiry will get you there. So these are different models.
That's absolutely right. And that's so correct, because there are two different models. One model is, like you said, don't think about anything. The other model is think about positivity and keep that positivity in your mind. Because as Kelly and I both do, we both practice both models. So one of the models, like you said, is you're thinking all the time positive thoughts, thoughts of God, thoughts of power, thoughts of information, thoughts of knowledge. And then the other one is not thinking of anything. So you can use both of these models to your advantage. The model that I like to use is, I like to use both models, but the model that I use and how I use them, I'll explain. The first model, not thinking. I use the not thinking model whenever I don't want any outside information, when I just want to calm my mind, decompress from the day, allow all my thoughts to go, realizing that I'm not my mind, I'm not my body, and I'm not my thoughts. Once you realize that you're not your mind, body, and thoughts, then information can come to you from a higher realm, a higher essence of reality. So whenever you don't think, you stop, you decompress, you allow your higher mind and God in these higher levels and forms of reality to speak to you. Once these higher forms of reality are speaking to you, that's whenever you start getting aha moments, ideas, information, perfect timing, synchronization. And then I also use the second model, which is thinking positive thoughts, because then I express positive thoughts of healing. I express it throughout my mind, throughout my body, throughout all existence. I feel this healing. I know that I am this healing. I do the same thing with abundance. I am this abundance. I feel this abundance. This is who I am and what I am. And once you're expressing that knowledge, that information, that reality becomes true. And then it becomes concrete, because you're putting that information out into the ether realm of space-time, and then you become that reality.
Yeah, I mean, both modes are definitely really, really important. And it's probably
both
easier.
Modes. Yeah, both models. Yeah.
Models.
I knew what you were saying. I'm just joking with you a little bit.
Yeah, but so it's probably easier for a beginner to just try and not focus on anything. And a lot of times people say, like, how does meditation work? Like, how do I really do it if they're really a beginner? And I always just say, in the beginning, it's not about shutting off your mind. It's about noticing your mind, because you really never take the opportunity during your day-to-day life to even think about all these thoughts going through your head all day long constantly. And I can't remember the exact number, but they say we have literally like 300,000 thoughts a day, maybe even more than that. So in the beginning, it's just about realizing how much these thoughts consume you and just being aware of them. And awareness, building your awareness, your self-awareness is really important in the beginning. But at the same time, of course, it's really important to be focused on that positive stuff, pumping, feeding into your brain so that you have that base, that core of your thought belief system that will help lead you through the day. When negative situations come up, that will be your belief core system, so you can get through it in a less stressful way, in a more zen way. So both are important, and we recommend both, of course.
Yeah, and as you said, I mean, I believe that it depends on who you are, because as you're saying, it could be easier for some people to think of nothing, but sometimes that's the most difficult thing for people.
Yeah.
It's to just think of nothing. So sometimes it's easier for people to have the guided meditations and the affirmations just pumped into them, which is why that I make which is why, sorry, our computer was going off, which is why I make guided meditations and affirmations where people can just follow along and listen to the voice and allow it to carry them through space-time. Whenever you really do that and you allow this to carry you through space-time, you don't have to worry about thinking of nothing. And because sometimes thinking of nothing, you're thinking of something. So some people just, these thoughts come in their head, but if you're just constantly repeating an affirmation over and over, I am healthy now, I am healthy now, I am healthy now, I am getting better and better every day in every way, I am getting better and better every day in every way, I am getting better and better every day in every way. You're not giving yourself a chance to think of anything other than positivity. That's why mantras are very important. And that's why a lot of Sanskrit mantras are repeated over and over again, because it gets you into this mode, this meditation, where your mind is just going over and over again. And you get into deep meditation that way as well. So thank you guys for watching the video. Like, subscribe, share the video if you like this kind of content, guys. We're pumping this stuff out for you guys. This information is important. We love it. We love it. We want other people to love it as well. So even if you like the video, if you comment, that means a lot to us. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you for watching. If you did like these videos, you will love the other videos on the screen. So be sure to check those out, and we'll see you in those videos and our next videos.